This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Monday, September 16th, 2024. I'm Marek Mazurek. The U.S. Department of Energy has announced a conditional commitment to provide a loan guarantee of up to nearly $1.6 billion to Wabash Valley Resources, LLC. The loan will support the company's fertilizer operation in West Terre Haute. The DOE said Monday that the project has the potential to be the world's first carbon-negative ammonia production facility. Wabash Valley Resources Chief Operating Officer Dan Williams said bringing production to Indiana brings a number of benefits.
If you study where the actual production of anhydrous ammonia is, you'll find that the majority of ammonia that's actually consumed in the state of Indiana is produced either in the Gulf Coast or internationally and imported into this country. Nearly all of it ends up being sent through either the New Star pipeline or barged up the Mississippi and Ohio rivers into this region. I think, as you could probably imagine, the cost of logistics for all these handling and terminaling increases the eventual retail price for this anhydrous ammonia in this region.
The funding will be part of a $2.4 billion total investment to retrofit a former Duke Energy plant in the Vigo County town to produce the fertilizer. The project will also include a carbon sequestration component. When the project is complete in the end of 2027, the company expects to produce about 500,000 metric tons of anhydrous ammonia fertilizer each year, supporting farmers in Indiana, western Ohio, and southern Michigan. In a series of moves it says will make the university more accessible to middle and low-income students, the University of Notre Dame has announced it is now fully need-blind in its admissions process and will shift to a no-loan policy for financial aid. The changes were announced by University President Reverend Robert Dowd, who was inaugurated as Notre Dame's new president on Friday. Notre Dame was previously need-blind for domestic students, but the move to go need-blind for international students as well puts the private Catholic institution in a group of just 9 highly selective universities in the country that are completely need-blind. The university is also moving away from loans in its financial aid packages and instead will offer gift aid or grants to qualifying students. Notre Dame says it will still accept loans if students have secured them elsewhere. The new policies come as Notre Dame is also joining the Small Town and Rural Students, or STARS, college network with the goal of increasing applications from students in rural areas. Notre Dame is also still contesting a federal class action lawsuit that accuses nearly 20 elite universities of illegally price-fixing the cost of tuition by allegedly colluding on a methodology to determine financial aid. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana, your bold future starts here. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, our Engage Indiana events take place in every region of the state. Discover when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/engage.
Zionsville-based advertising technology startup Adverank LLC stands to receive up to $800,000 in state tax credits based on its plan to hire 37 people, the company announced Monday. Launched in 2022, Adverank offers digital advertising tools for customers in the self-storage industry. The company's software is designed to help customers become more effective and efficient in digital advertising. In January of last year, the company announced it had secured $1 million in seed funding from Avad Capital LLC, a Dallas-based commercial real estate investment firm. Adverank currently has 4 employees and is headquartered in downtown Zionsville, directly above Rosie's Place restaurant. The tax credits are performance-based, meaning that the IEDC will award incentives to the company only after it meets the hiring goals. The contract with Adverank has not yet been posted on the IEDC's website. Youth leadership organization Girls Inc. of Jefferson County has received an $180,000 grant from Bethany Legacy Foundation to bolster mental health support for its members. The funding will be used to hire a dedicated mental health advocate who will conduct interventions but also lend support through programming and skills-based groups, the foundation said. The goal is to help girls improve their interpersonal interactions and build self-esteem. A 2023 report by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention indicated that nearly 3 in 5 U.S. teenage girls in 2021 felt persistently sad or hopeless, double the rate of boys over the past decade. Lawyers in Washington state have joined the fight against the merger of grocery store giants Kroger and Albertsons. The new case joins two other states seeking to block the $24.6 billion merger first announced in 2022. The state of Washington objects to a proposal by Kroger and Albertsons to sell 579 overlapping stores, 124 of which would be in the state. Washington's Attorney General says the proposed buyer, C&S Wholesaler Grocers, has little experience running stores or pharmacies. Washington had a bad experience when Albertsons previously bought Safeway and sold off stores to satisfy regulators. Most of those stores closed when the purchasing company proved unable to successfully operate them, hurting local communities. In the larger federal case, the Federal Trade Commission is opposing the merger. Closing arguments are expected this week in federal court in Oregon. Carlotta Berry, a trailblazing professor of computer engineering at Rolls-Holman, is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast hosted by Gary Dick, presented by PNC. A weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Marek Mazurik for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.